Allergies. What are they? What do we need to do to get better? And how do we avoid them? Everyone has had them, where you go out and you get something called hay fever. Well, originally it was hay fever because there was hay around, but how many of us have hay in our environment? Instead, what happens is the spores, the mold, the dust, the tree pollen, and the flowers all come together and they act as antigens. I know you've heard the word these days, but they stick to little receptors on your nose. And what ends up happening is your nose knows. And it figures out that this is a foreign body, and it starts to basically cause a cascade of immune phenomena. And what happens as a result of that is the arteries in your nose vasodilate to bring on things which will bind that antigen. And the end result of what you get is the fact that you end up with seasonal allergies, with allergic rhinitis, where you're congested. But it can be more than that. Your eyes can actually burn. You can actually get itching or ectopy on your skin. You can get red spots, and you can have other issues. And the question is, what do you do with this? How do you avoid it? And how do you move forward? Well, the truth is this: you need to identify what the trigger is and what is bothering you from an allergy standpoint. And the way you do that typically is you'll go in and see someone. But before you do that, are there things over the counter that you can do to treat this? Absolutely. You can do things called neti pots, where you irrigate your nasal sinuses and wash off the antigens. Or you can avoid going outside in the time periods when that particular antigen is there. And I've put a chart up here dictating what is there per season in different parts of the world. I think that'll help you. We'll also have it in the description below, along with all of the links, as we always do. But more than that, let's say you can't avoid going out and you really don't want to have burning eyes and stuffy nose. The answer is you can start with something called antihistamines. And histamines are what trigger the mast cells to let out different types of compounds which cause vasodilation. And what the antihistamines do is they block those by binding to the receptor. And in effect, what they do is they avoid you from having that allergic reaction. Now, there are two types of antihistamines, and the simple difference is in the older type antihistamines, they would cross the blood-brain barrier and they would cause sleepiness. The newer type antihistamines don't do that. You can start on topical steroids like Nasoflo or things like that, which basically create a barrier in your nose and decrease the amount of antigen binding receptors so that you don't get the response. Those take several weeks and can take a while to improve, and you have to use those fairly regularly, but they work very well. Finally, if none of that helps and the over-the-counter stuff doesn't take care of you, then I would suggest seeing a doctor. And you might want to do this sooner than later. What will they do and what can you expect? When you go in to see the doctor, they're going to take a complete history and physical and kind of talk about the different reactions, when they occur and how they occur. Next, they may do a combination of tests, including blood tests and or skin antigen tests, where they basically apply the antigen to your skin and they see if you get redness or a wheal developing. And based on the response, usually +1 to +4, depending on the study, they can gauge whether or not you are allergic to the compound or not. Very similar to what they do for other types of allergies. Finally, if you do have allergies to things and the antihistamines don't work, in the worst cases, they can put you on low-dose steroids, which I don't think is the first go-to. And then the more interesting thing they can do is desensitize you. What the body knows is self versus non-self. And if it's not seen an antigen in a while, it will develop the antibodies to that antigen when it sees it once. What they do is they give you small doses of that antigen under your skin and introduce you to that antigen, and then slowly increase the dose so that you become tolerant. And what they're doing essentially is desensitizing you to that allergy or antigen. And this same principle, keep in mind, because we'll talk about it later on other episodes when they have to desensitize you from other things. It's used for other more prominent allergies like shellfish or nuts or cats or dogs or other things like that. And in some cases, as long as you don't have a life-threatening response and they're just this type of annoying side effects, generally there's not an issue. Finally, understand that these are treatable and the responses are very good. You should not have to suffer. As always, we've left the links in the description below. And I really hope that this has helped you with your seasonal allergies, because the worst is when you're sneezing, your eyes are all watery, and your throat's scratchy, and then your skin's itching. No fun at all. If you like what we say, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to get the latest episode. And don't forget about the bell icon so we can notify you when we produce that. We're going to come up with much more interesting stuff. And remember to always leave your comments below so that we can take a look at them. And if there's any questions you have, let us know. Finally, share this with someone you love. And that way they too can enjoy all of this. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate everything.